the best time of the year, playoff football time, as postseason action descends upon FedEx Field just outside of D.C. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Carolina Panthers and the Washington Football Team. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 40 before he's out of bounds. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6. Here's Haskins out of the gun. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Now a give, right side. Gibson. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
From the 44, Haskins. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Montez Sweat coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, you don't do I ever.
And he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Chase Young He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as he'll go for 2. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. So their second touchdown of this first half, they went for 2 after score number 1. Didn't get it. Now they get the equalizer, so to speak.
So to speak, and you can understand the thinking. Because they didn't get it after the first score, they wanted to get back to a normal points pattern, get up to 14. But just think, if they missed it here, only up 12-0. 1 extra point on the other side can ultimately beat you if they score twice.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Play action. Haskins. He'll buy some time right. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Throwing on 3rd and long. Bolden. And that is incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10.
Panthers 46-yard line.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Carr going to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
To Darren Waller. A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Shotgun now for Carr. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Carr. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him...
And he lost the football. Here's a quick throw out. It's McLaurin. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Shut him down! Shut him down!
And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Panthers nothing.
They'll run on first down. It's Gibson. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 4th down, Bolden. And he finds McLaurin. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. It's a 4-yard pickup. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Off the play fake. Bolden. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The coverage good that time by Kendall Fuller.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
On 3rd down, Bolden. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. But the back judge right there to say incomplete. Strong coverage by Washington. And now 4th down. Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now this is caught. He hits Moore. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2nd down, it's Gibson. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. He swallowed him up. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Panthers have got it back to a one-score game. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way full steam, and he broke that one up.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Again, it's Carr. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
On first down, Bolden. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Operating from the gun, Bolden. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his second there.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Back to throw. Bolden shakes it, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Here's the Panthers punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Taking it about the 36. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 40. And he will be out of bounds as time has run out on this first half. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Joey Slye to kick off for Carolina.
One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! That's it, baby. We gonna work.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Carr to throw for it on 4th down. Open man is Sims. He's got it. And they're going to be settled down around the 15-yard line. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Carr. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
At the 14-yard line.
From the gun, it's Carr. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
3rd and 4.
Now Carr again. Strong coverage by Carolina, and on we go to 4th down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Hopkins' kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you situation, right? Them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
17-yard line.
Let's do it.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
On 1st down, Gibson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
2nd and 11 now. Looking to throw. Bolden. He's going to look deep for more. It's caught at the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore. 52 yards. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, 21.6 miles per hour. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Carr. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum,
He's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards there and a Washington first.
At the 41-yard line.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 11. On play action, it's Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
In today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Washington on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, Carr. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Bolden. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. DJ Moore, his 2nd touchdown of the night, and the Panthers have taken the lead. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. It's up and good to make it 21-17.
Makes the score Panthers 21, Washington 17.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and
from the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Carr now on 1st down. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. But it's going to be 2nd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick And it's third down.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Now Carr, got to have this one. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Yetur Gross-Matos. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. They'll run on first down. Gibson. Down to about the 22 here. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. First down, Gibson. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Antonio Gibson with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one did.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 42, and he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
Come on now, let's make it happen, baby. Let's make it happen.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run on first down. It's Gibson. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds. And then the last second, oh, no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
First down, Carolina.
On first down, Gibson, open space inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Antonio Gibson saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And thanks to the interception, the Panthers offense cashes in with 6. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there. Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Saying their fans here are stunned would be an understatement. Things in this wild card round have not gone according to plan. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there